It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers on EA Sports.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. And he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Throwing first play is Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they get a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. To throw again on second down. Herbert, that's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got down to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down about the 23-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about guys slinging one downfield.
Oh, it's really easy to celebrate the throw there, but this was all about the protection because he had all day to sit back, survey the situation, and then really step into that one. He wouldn't have been able to do it without the help of his offensive line, though.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. Finding Will, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over.
Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarrett McKinnon. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He came through with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that when they knew what first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
DeAndre Carter back deep. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in a regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
There's that high motor that made George Karlaftis a day-1 draft pick. This continuous effort to get there for the sack.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Sebastian Christian Joseph, who got him down defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. That spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
From the 38, Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
7th play in the drive now as it come up on a 3rd and 3. Mahomes to throw once more. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Did force a throw, and in the end, had to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Throw left side, complete to Toney.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On 2nd down, a run to Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Chargers. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback's on, was able to make the sure catch, and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in the yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Shifts by him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going in and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Austin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
And I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 out, 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think you got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line.
about the play he makes there. Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A gain of 14 and a first down, Chiefs.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now here's Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Left side, Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really try to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now a give running left is Eckler. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and make it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
Mahomes now on first down. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Dan's last anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
Counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Herbert working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Herbert throwing again. Caught by Allen. Now another timeout call for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down on his feet and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. The coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Finding room in midfield. Look at the big fella go. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, a touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Herbert on first down now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
And assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up the stuff to run, and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to it quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage. And he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Working from gun, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
From 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, is one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
DeAndre Carter returning it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Try to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 25 on second down, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver. But they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now he's taken down. A cheap sack.
George Karlaftis
Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. Judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, The body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And really good ones, when they're established, they not push off at the end of a route, too.
Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shot. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, it's Mahomes. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, they have to start digging in their second half blowout material. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
As long as the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive and a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Let's be.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 15 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Let's go now. Let's go.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's second and a yard. Again, Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the Chiefs 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert throwing again. That's going to be caught along his sideline. What a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Herbert now. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another completion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here's a rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. There's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Herbert on 1st down now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's do it.
To the air again, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to the squad.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll get this to Eckler. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.